How y'all doing? To set the edge, you have to be one of those hard-nosed guys and not just want to pass rush all the time. To just make a statement and let it be known that you can set the edge and play the run as well.
Travon, we've started to see your name come up in these projections as high as top 5. Are you surprised? Taking notice of that?
Projections I really don't pay too much of. I'm one of those guys just keep my head down, keep doing what I've been doing, not let all the outside hype get to me. The interviews, it's been a great experience just to be in the position with those great GMs and great coaches as well. Also, you look at those coaches on TV, television all the time, and as a young kid, you'd be like, I want to be there. And in that moment, you just take it all in. Of course, you're going to have butterflies, but at the end of the day, it's still something that I've been doing ever since I was 7 years old, talking to coaches, talking football. Just to get them to understand that I'm a great person, I'm a great leader as well, on and out the field, and I'm one of those guys that they can rely on. I have. Playing with those guys that'll make it just seem like I'm just at home again, because I know that they were great leaders at the University of Georgia, and I know they're great leaders now from the career that they're on, and it would mean a lot.
When you talk about the responsibilities,
say that again. Just being a great leader, I have to say, to be a great leader, you have to lead by example and not just tell people what to do, but you have to be one of those guys willing to take on the task yourself and do it as well.
you talk about the responsibilities of playing end at Georgia, because in that position, we haven't seen crazy sack numbers like some of the other positions in Kirby's scheme.
Playing at the end at University of Georgia is very different, because at University of Georgia we play a lot of different defenses, and so therefore you can be scattered all out on the field from playing a 5 technique, a 4-eye, under front, you play a 3. So you're really doing everything to just expand your resume, and it's really a good thing that you can do all of that, play defensive end at the University of Georgia, and if you can play defensive end at the University of Georgia, it means a lot.
You came in, and I think you were 285, and you were all just blown away that they put you on the kickoff team. You don't normally see big guys like you on a kickoff team. How did that transpire, and how much did you enjoy that year?
Playing on kickoff, it really meant a lot to me because as a freshman, for one, that's how I got my jitters out, to just go down and hit somebody. Then that set the momentum for me when I got on the field on 3rd down, so I was already juiced up, ready to go.
What would you say is probably the position that best suits you and your skill set? Where it's like, man, I can really be a lot of production. I can really showcase who I can be as a player.
I have to say defensive end, 5 technique. I love playing 5 technique, put my hand in the dirt, get dirty in the run game if I want to, and rush out the edge.
So what do you say is like the best passes you've had early, and what are you working on during this offseason to add to your repertoire?
I have to say my best pass rush move that I lean on right now is it has to be speed to power and my long arm. My arms are extremely long, and with my long arm, I feel like I can do a lot and be very productive.
Has any meetings really stuck out to you in terms of like you just walk away from that maybe like, man, I feel really good about that?
It's been a couple. I've had great interviews with all the teams because I love the game of football, and I'm just taking it all in.
A lot of people have said that you would do really well at the combine. How much have you looked forward to this? And what events do you think you're going to open some eyes in?
I know I'm a very athletic person, so at the combine, it's really just to show you all. I know the type of person that I am, so I'm just going to keep my head down, like I say, and do what I do best. Represent the University of Georgia, like you all know, outside of me is 13 other guys from the university here. So just to be one of those guys that's mentioned a lot, it really means a lot to me. And to come from the University of Georgia, it's a great place to come from, great coaching staff and staff in the building in general. It just means a lot. It's a familyhood at the university. I have. I've dreamed this moment ever since I was 7 years old. I've been playing football ever since 7, and it just means a lot, so that's why I take it all in. I have, and it went very well. I did. He's a great person. Yes, sir. I do study Miles Garrett, and Me personally, I think Myles Garrett is a great edge rusher. He's a big guy. His body type is just like me. He's a little taller, but he's one of those guys, a hard-nosed worker and willing to get the job done.
You played on offense. What position would you play on?
If I played on offense, I have to say I wouldn't be a bad tight end. It hit me like I had to say like a week or so later after we won the national championship. But like George said the other day, just being on the flight headed back to Indianapolis, headed to this exact same stadium that we won, and it really kicked in once again that I won a national championship right here in this same stadium. It was a very exciting moment just hearing the roar in the stadium. It was very crazy, and at that moment, the game wasn't over yet, but it sealed the deal. I have a lot of friends in the league, Tate Crowder, Malik Herring, guys like that. Those are guys that I communicate with very often, and I talk to them through this same process, even though they didn't get to do a lot of the things that we're doing because of COVID. But those guys just told me to go be me. I'm a football person. Like I said, I've been playing since I was 7 years old. So they just tell me to be me, and now I do great.
Who are some of your favorite edge rushers in the NFL? Some guys you admire?
I have to say Bosa, J.J. Watt, Von Miller, Aaron Donald. Obviously, he's a pass rush guru, and I like to get a couple moves from him.
How competitive is it the combine between you and other ends? Is it just you're doing you, or do you compete with those Michigan ends we heard all about all year long?
I have to say it is a very competitive environment, but also in this environment, you can take in the time to just enjoy the guys that you're around all the time. Y'all been working on the same goal at facilities, doing the same things. We all on this grind together, and I want everybody around me to be great, but of course it's going to be competition.
Talk about that game against Michigan, because so much was made about them, and it turned out to be Georgia with the great defense.
I mean, you mention it here and there, you just laugh about it, but you just keep it pushing. We all here for one goal, and that's to get to where we're trying to go, and that's the NFL. We just tried to leave a statement that at the University of Georgia, defensive linemen can be drafted. Everyone always talk about you don't get great defensive linemen from the University of Georgia, but obviously you have us three up front and other guys behind us that was great defensive linemen. It just goes to show you can't listen to what everybody tell you.
Who are the next stars coming up behind you now that you and Jordan and Devontae are here?
Me personally, I'll say all the guys in the D-line room, but one that sticks out right now is Jalen Carter and Zion Logue. I love Jalen Carter. I love all those boys, but Jalen Carter.
If there was someone who hadn't seen you play coaches and you were describing yourself as a player to them, how would you do it?
Someone who can do it all, athlete, whatever the coach needs. If I didn't know myself, or if I ever seen me play for the first time, I had to say he's a tremendous athlete. He can do anything on the field. Anything a coach needs me to do, I'll do it. If he needs me to play quarterback, I'll do it. Yes, sir. They all know. Yes, sir. I showed up at Georgia at 290, actually. Yes, sir. I had about 18% body fat then. Now I've trimmed down a lot and put on a lot more muscle mass. I wouldn't say it's a hard process. With the strength staff at the University of Georgia, they work us hard, and the nutritionist, Kari Perno, she's a great nutritionist, and just listening to the things that they tell us, just follow the plan, and it'll all help you in the long run.
Is it fair to say that your sack at Auburn was your coming out party? Do you think you started to hear a lot more people when you made that play to help clinch that game at Auburn?
Of course, that was one that really sparked it off. That was everyone was talking about that. It was a game-winning sack. One that will be remembered forever for me personally, but I can say that was probably one that sparked it off.
When you start to lower your body fat like that and add muscle mass, how do you feel your athleticism start to come out? How do you feel as a player?
Me personally, just coming off of all that weight, it didn't make me feel less of an athlete or more of an athlete. It just made me feel like I was more explosive and my body felt a lot healthier. Ever since I was 7 years old, I've had a lot of people always tell me I was big for my age. I was always one of the biggest ones on the field. And I always had people in my corner that just keep me grounded, because I had a lot of people tell me at a young age also that I was going to be a great player because I had the size and things like that. But my dad, he was always one of those ones to humble me. So therefore, growing up, I just turned out to be a very humble guy, and my dad instilled that into me. I'll say Michigan because it shows my pass rushing ability and my run stopping ability.
What's a realistic 40 number? I know that number doesn't mean a whole lot to a lot of people, but with your athleticism, people are really important.
4'6", if not better.
How do you do everything here to wise?
I will, everything except bench. I feel I'm pretty good at playing the run. Of course, I can be better at it, but I feel that I'm pretty good playing the run.
What was it like just to be part of a defense that was one of the great defenses, at least in college, all that tackling on the field? What did it feel like going out there?
It felt great. That's something that I'll never be able to forget. That's history. Being on the field with all those guys, just being on the team with all those type players is something special, and it says something about the organization at the end of the day again as well. There's a lot of great players, a lot of hard workers, and we did what we was asked. I feel Georgia did a great job preparing me for the NFL. Like the defense that we ran at the University of Georgia, as I stated earlier, we ran a lot of the defenses that they run in the league. We run every form of just about every defense it is. So if a coach was to ask me about some type of defense, I'm pretty sure I know a little bit about it. Mr. Ron, he was a great dude as well, and he was a great trainer. He did the best job of looking after us, taking care of our bodies and things in that form.
You've been known as the greatest athlete on the Georgia football team. Now that you're moving on, who do you hand the baton to? Who's going to be who's now the greatest athlete on that football team?
I wouldn't say a name because it's a lot of athletes, but whoever want the torch, they can have it.
What is it about why are you the greatest athlete on that Georgia team of great athletes? What's your special package of skills?
Me personally, I just say I'm a fast guy. I'm big, can run. I can really do anything that's asked of me. So I'll just have to say mainly my speed and my size that really shows a lot.
I know you're going to be happy wherever you go in the league, right? But how high do you think you maybe could go in this team?
Only God knows. Yes, sir. Georgia, we always had great athletes, but me growing up, freshman, sophomore, junior season, just going along those seasons, getting to this junior season, I just really felt like a bond that the team we had, the connection, understood each other's why, and understood why everybody was doing what they was doing, playing the game of football. So that just made it a lot easier. Everybody's goals were the same, so we could relate to each other a lot better. I think it's going to be great. Those are two great coaches, and while I was there, they helped me tremendously, along with my position coach as well. But those are some great coaches, and I feel like Georgia is still one of the top contending teams. The best. I mean, I don't know. I can't say the national championship, winning it did play a part in it. But I can't just say for sure if I would have came back or left, because I was always, the whole time I was planning off just how me and my mom and dad felt about the situation. Can you say that one more time for me? I have met with the Ravens, and their tradition on defense is very unique defense. Like I said, I've played just about every defense it is, and I wouldn't mind playing for the Ravens defense. It'll be a great honor.
A lot of people are asking what Georgia's got to do to stay on top of Alabama. What do you think the key is moving forward for this program?
I just tell the guys just to keep things going that we had going when we left. We tried to leave a mark with the connection, the bond that the teammates had, and I mean, everybody's always trying to compare Georgia and Alabama, but it's two great teams. Of course, I'm going to say Georgia every time. I'm a Georgia boy. But Georgia just got to listen to the coaches. That's all. Coach Smart, he's one of those guys that's going to stay on you. Me personally, I say a coach like that, I love a coach like that because if a coach isn't coaching you hard, then you really should be worried. Because what's going on? Why doesn't he coach you as hard? It's his job on the risk as well.
How much do you hear him on the microphone during practice?
The whole practice.
Do you hear him in your sleep sometimes?
I do. I absolutely do.
Is it also like a schematic thing, like he teaches you guys so well that it's easy to understand why he wants you to play this way?
It is, and he also just gets us to understand him as well. With him and the great staff that he has, he just explains it well, and he's also a player of the game, so he understands. So why not listen to him?
Got time for just 2 more.
Was there, when you came in, Georgia, at that size, was there ever an idea of maybe adding a little bit of weight playing inside, or did you know that you were going to wind up on the inside?
I mean, coming in, I was on the bigger end, and they thought I could gain a lot of weight, but which I can. But I mean, just my nutritionist told me a plan, and I stuck with the plan.
I mean, for me, last question. If I get drafted, when I get drafted, I'll probably do the worm on stage. That'll probably be the most successful thing I do.
Some things that I want to showcase, just showcase my speed. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that on film, my speed. Me being able to move at my size and at my weight. And that I'm a great person. Just outside of football, I'm a fun person to be around.
Thanks, Travon.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. Have a good one.